We are moored here at Auchinstarry Marina in Scotland, and it is a beautiful day, or a brilliant day as they would say here in Scotland. The hire boat is here, Pauline, and we're going to go take a look around the docks here. There is a mooring finger pier here, which have all narrow boats on them, and some people are residential here. So let's take a look at the different boats. This one's obviously a little bit wider than our boat, and looks to be like residential here. They've got power hooked up. Look at that unique wind vane up there. Got a whale on it. Another wider boat right here. And we see some of these have chimneys on it. I don't know what kind of heating system is in there. Maybe some kind of pellets or something that they burn to keep warm. Our boat has a diesel heater on it. Radiation system, a radiator type thing where it heats up really nicely. It also heats the hot water when the engine is running. Now here's another narrow boat. That's about the size of ours as far as width goes. Not exactly sure of the exact width of our hull, but it's not too wide. Another one up here that looks like they are outfitted with satellite, and they have power hooked up too. It looks like mostly 15 amp along here power, and I'm sure it's metered. Hi there.
Hi there.
How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
What a brilliant day, huh? And another boat here. Looks like they've done some work to it. Well, at least on the front end. There's a dog in there. That looks kind of neat as they tried to enclose the front there, give them a little extra room. This is a spot where we were going to moor, but didn't really know if we could moor in here. But you can see how still it is, and beautiful sunshine, and the reflection on that water has just been a stunning day. This is really our last port. We will be taking the boat back tomorrow, heading through 4 locks and a timed bridge, the Bonnie Bridge as they call it. We will go through that, go down, turn the boat around, and moor for the evening in Falkirk, pack, and get ready to turn her in Saturday morning. Our 14-day holiday will be over at that point. So here was another spot we could have moored, but we elected to just get the first spot we could. It's closer to the boathouse. Another one that's wide here. It looks like a canoe and kind of play toys that they have out here for the summertime. This one appears to be having somebody on there because there is smoke coming from the chimney. And one more near the end here. We are looking eastward. That's where we will be heading tomorrow. So heading up that way tomorrow. So let's go back down to the Boathouse Hotel, Marina, restaurant, and we'll take a look at some of the boats down there. So we will pick up where we left off, or where we started here, and we can see our hire boat here. We've got the What Yacht to Do Burgee flying on her, and looks like to be a workboat of some kind as I was walking through it. Obviously some kind of dredge and instrument on the back. So we've got a big claw on the front here. That's neat, a little outhouse on it as they go along and take care of the weeds Looks like a weed harvester here of some kind. I'll go through and get the weeds out. One of the things on the narrowboat you have to check every once in a while is the weed hatch. Check that every morning. And there is the marina. Very peaceful day out here. Lone kayaker. We had lunch up at the Boathouse restaurant. It also serves as a hotel. I think they have 10 rooms there. And there are some people sitting out. Even though it's about 45 degrees, people here feel like that's summertime. So, see people out with short sleeve shirts on. Here I am, I've got a coat on. Up here you can rent kayaks, canoes. There's a gift shop up there where we just got some ice cream. Parking lot here, you can see this must be quite the place because the restaurant was pretty busy for lunch. We got in there for a late lunch, and folks were coming in as we got our table. By the time we left, it was pretty full in there. So great restaurant in there. But the scenery here just beautiful. So we'll walk down one of these finger piers here. We'll look off to the left, see the types of boats that they have here. Something similar to might see in the US, although they are different manufacturers, of course. Scroll out here just a little bit. All kinds of configurations. Some of them kind of look like Chris Craft style with that cabin on the front there. Not sure the makes. That one looks really well outfitted, doesn't it? Nice dinghy on the back. Got radar on it. Looks like that would be a nice boat to go out for the weekend, head over to Glasgow. A Voyager here. Coronet. Maybe that's the make of the boat, I don't know. Then we've got a narrowboat, a shorty here. It looks like only about maybe 35 feet or so. These finger piers aren't that long. We looked at trying to get into one of these, but we saw that spot over there, so we thought we'd take that. I'm up on the boathouse deck here, where you would imagine in the summertime this would be full. Restaurant, kind of picnic tables up here, and people right now, even in short sleeves and shorts, we know it's like 42, 43 degrees out here. So we'll take a look down the second finger pier here. There's only 2 finger piers here, but we'll go down this last one and then see what we can see on the other side. Water cottage. And a very short, narrow boat there. Moonstone. Another one here. Schemed 2. Now this is an interesting looking one. Looks like a sailboat hull, but no sailboat mast on it. Instead, they may have converted it to just a cruiser. Obviously, be able to get under the bridges, so looks like they will be able to fold that down. Another boat here. Short narrow boats. I've not seen any short ones like this, but there they are. And that one has an antenna that they can put up. Clemency. A little bit longer. Narrow boat. Dragonfly. All these are plugged in. And another longer narrow boat here. I guess they got out to the piers. Some folks working on the boats down there. Again, kind of a Chris Craft looking boat here. So I was able to have a chat with the folks working on that long boat there, the narrow boat. And they're working on the chimney for the heater. And I asked them what they use, whether they use pellets or something. They said, nope, they just use regular wood to keep them warm in there. And the answer to the question was, these boats stay in the water during the winter. If you noticed a sign up there that said thin ice, sometimes they'll get it iced over, sometimes it won't. but doesn't get too cold. And I imagine with the antifreeze and the engines, they probably take some precautions with the fresh water on board so that doesn't freeze if it does get too cold. But we noticed that there is electricity here, so they probably have some way of keeping maybe a heat lamp in there. I don't know. Wish there were more people out here to talk to. But the folks there were very nice and chatted with me for a little bit. All kinds of boats here. I can just imagine what this looks like in the summertime. Probably bristling. Maybe someday I'll get back in the summertime. So down near here, the end of the marina, where we came in and then docked all the way over there. There are a number of larger boats along this wall, and people living aboard them didn't really want to walk down there and intrude. But you do have restrooms and showers here, and I'm sure the key that they gave us will probably work in here. So if you wanted a long hot shower, you could probably come up here and get that done, and some storage facilities as well along here. So really neat looking place, and I just imagine during the summertime this place is bristling. Auchinstarry Marina in Scotland. We're about 9 miles west of Falkirk.